Hello and welcome back to Bible Wits Bible Corner. Today we're going to read two different passages. They're both technically out of the same book and chapter. We're going to be in 1 Timothy chapter 6 for both of these. So starting with the English Standard Version, we're going to start with 1 Timothy 6 and verse 10. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many pangs. Now we're going to skip ahead a few verses to verses 17 through 19. As for the rich, in this present age, charge them not to be haughty, nor to set their hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy. They are to do good, to be rich in good works, to be generous and ready to share, thus storing up treasure for themselves as a good foundation for the future, so that they may take hold of that which is truly life. Now, New Century Version. 1 Timothy 6 and verse 10. The love of money causes all kinds of evil. Some people have left the faith because they wanted to get more money, but they have caused themselves much sorrow. Skipping ahead to verse 17 through 19. Command those who are rich with things of this world not to be proud. Tell them to hope in God, not in their uncertain riches. God richly gives us everything to enjoy. Tell the rich people to do good, to be rich in doing good deeds, to be generous and ready to share. By doing that, they will be saving a treasure for themselves as a strong foundation for the future. Then they will be able to have the life that is true life. Okay, so we're going to start with the second passage I read, 17 through 19. The way I read this passage is it talks about, you can say two types of riches. I'm going to call it three types of riches. There's earthly riches, there is spiritual riches, and then there's heavenly riches. The spiritual riches lead to heavenly riches, and that's where you can probably combine those two into one. Okay, so what this passage tells us, both of these together, is we are to focus on God and not earthly possessions. If we focus on being rich in family, being rich in doing good deeds, generous in helping others, and again, I'm going to say that doesn't necessarily have to be just with money. You can be generous with your time in helping others and things like that. But ultimately, all of these, as long as you are doing this for God and not for yourself, in other words, you're doing it for spiritual works and not for earthly gain, that's what this passage is talking about. Now, the other thing I want to discuss is verse 10. In my opinion, I believe this is one of the most misquoted passages in the Bible. For the love of money, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here, for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, is how it is written. Most people misquote it by saying, for the love of money is the root of all evil. They leave out the word kinds. There is a distinction there. So, I'm not going to get into that distinction in this video, but with all of that being said, do these passages say we should not seek wealth? Or does this passage say we should not be rich? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say what this passage says is if we have earthly riches, we need to be careful how we use them. We need to use them to glorify God and not ourselves. So instead of focusing on getting more money, use the money we have, use the resources we have, use the time we have to focus on God. I hope you find encouragement in this, and I hope you have a wonderful, God-centered day. Bye.